Okay, solving another square root, no, a fourth root problem with just a couple extra parameters in there, parameters being another name for numbers that are affecting the graph a little bit. So if we have that fourth root, which we'll undo with a fourth power eventually, and then when I'm working these problems, I kind of think of it as what's on the outside most. And to me, the outside most thing that's happening right now would be this -2. So if I add that to the other side, that's going to get my fourth root all alone. So then when I say that again, what's on the outmost side of the x side of the equation now is the fourth root. So I'll undo that with a fourth power. If you think about 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and I pair those up myself to do it. So it's like 4 times 4, so that's 16. And then that fourth power undid this fourth root, leaving just the 2x plus 3. And then just do your normal undoing operations. So subtract 3 to the other side. That leaves a 13 over here when I take it off from there. And divide by the 2. So either 13 halves, which if I'm not mistaken is 6.5 or 6.5, whatever form of all of that you prefer to use. So the solution would be 6.5. Again, you could always check this problem by just typing it in to a Desmos and looking for on the graph where your solution is. And so to do that, jump over here, put in my, oops, I want to take all that stuff out. My 2x plus 3 that was in here. Whoops, that 2x, what's that doing up there? There we go. 2x plus 3. And it was supposed to be to the fourth root. So remember that's 1/4 for the exponent or power. So if I put a caret and 1 divided by 4 up there, that would be a fourth root. You know, if you remember when we did to a fourth degree, it was real flat by the parabola at the bottom. This is the same sort of thing. It's going to be real flat at first where it's going up, and then it's going to shoot out faster. And we're looking for where does this thing equal 0. Remember the original problem said equals 0. Oh, and then, wait a minute. We got one more piece down here. We had a -2. And so where does it equal 0 right here? I've got a negative 0.684. So let's go back over to what we had. A negative 0.684. That's not quite the same as what we said. So I'm kind of wondering why we have a slightly different answer. Let's go back and look. Maybe I looked at the wrong point. If we go back, was I supposed to be looking for y was 0? There we go. So 6.5. There we go. Told you the wrong point. We weren't looking for when x was 0. We were looking for where y was 0. When we come back to this problem, this over here, this is like our y value of 0 when I was typing that in. And when y is 0 on a graph, remember that that means it's some point on the x-axis when y is 0. All right, so that's not so bad.